It's closet time again.
Yep.
We're here kicking it on the deck,
I'm wearing a
the
sweatshirt.
Runyon's deck.
It's June 14th. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. What's wrong with this picture?
You got problems, is what's wrong
No,
with
it's
this
it's in the
picture.
shade. It's a little bit. It's not hot.
Sweatshirts, no, usually they're not hot.
No, it's not like hot outside. There's a little chill in the air in the shade.
Wow, let's slam some doors in there.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but we got the windows open, man. Doors slam. The weather app is saying it's 74, but I don't believe it.
It's definitely 74. If you're sitting here, you'd feel that sun and you'd be like, man, I'm going to take my top off.
Oh, are you hot over
Oh,
there?
are you cold over there?
Yes, I am.
I'm not hot. I'm comfortable.
Cheers. It's
I
Friday night.
Cling.
It is Friday night.
Still got that thing in your teeth, by the
I
way.
do?
Yeah. Had that in there all night. It's made a little nest up on your tooth.
I'm gonna have to get my.
It's made a little nesty nest. It's hanging out.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah. It's like, hey, oh man,
I got it,
we
didn't
got
I?
a nice little. Yep, you did. You got him.
There we go.
work.
Anyway, so today feels like Saturday to me because we didn't go to work because we took our oldest daughter. We took our oldest daughter for her for her college orientation.
We did college orientation.
Our first and probably last college orientation. Last meaning I feel like it was pointless. Not that none of our other kids will go to college. That's not what I meant. I just
Right.
honestly think that we really didn't need to go other than just like to go up there and see the campus and like get a few papers.
Right. Yeah.
So, it was boring, man. And it was like we had to be there at 7:30, which was a lie. The thing didn't really start until 8:30. Was it 8 or 8:30?
It was probably closer to 8.
It was 8. I think it was 8.
It was 8.
So we
Kicked
sat
it off.
around. We got there early, of course, a little bit early because that's just how we roll. And so then we wasted 35 minutes just sitting there doing nothing,
Yes.
just to hear a bunch of people blab their mouths.
Very nice people.
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice people blabbing their mouths, but yeah, it really was stuff that a lot of the stuff you either have already researched and done, like financial aid, you've been working on it already, to this point, or what I think it is? I think it's just the parents go, you do this welcome thing, and then at 9ish or whatever, they separate. They take all the kids out of the auditorium, and then they put us there. So basically, they babysit us until the kids are done going through the campus, seeing whatever they got to do, visiting with counselors, getting their schedules, taking pictures, whatever the freak they did. While we sat in there and we listened to this spiel from a bunch of different people on how they're gonna, which some of it's good.
I think.
But we didn't need it.
I don't think we need babysat. I like I said to you, I was like, okay, let's sit through the welcome. Okay, welcome everybody. And once they branch off, if I was in charge of the thing, I'd be like, here's the thing. We're going to sit here and we're going to tell you a bunch of information. You can listen if you want. Otherwise, your students, because they're not kids anymore, will be ready at 12:30. You can come back and get them.
That's a great idea because we
But
could have just gone, had a couple of beers.
And maybe that was implied, like, maybe that should have been obvious to us that you don't have to stay here. You can go.
We could have. I'm sure we could have.
So what I meant by last one is that if Brooke goes up there, now we'll know, and we'll be like, all right, Brookie, at 9 o'clock, see you later, peace out, see you at 12:30.
Right.
So anyway, because it was just very, very boring. And here's the thing. They had a panel talking about this and that. Excuse your chair.
Sorry about that.
Talking about, he's getting ready to yell at the dog. So if you hear something, oh, you're shutting the window. If you all could see this, he literally took the screen off our kitchen window. You are savage.
I know.
But anyway, there was this panel. They told us a bunch of stuff. And then there was a question and answer. If you don't have any questions, people, we move this thing along and we get out of here quicker. Oh, but no. There was people who had questions. Here's the thing. If I had a question, I would probably just Google it. I'm not going to raise my hand and ask a question.
And not even Google it. We got all of their emails and all their stuff, so it's like easy almost to call them at some other time or shoot them an email, get it in writing. Then you got your answer. You got it backed up. You're good to go.
I just feel like I want to just smack the people who are asking questions. Don't ask questions in a question and answer. Nobody wants to be there.
You know how ridiculous that sounds?
But Jeff,
that's why a lot of them wanted to be there.
Nobody
they
wants
want
to
be there to
be
ask
there.
questions.
And then we had a guy facilitating the questions. His name was like something. He goes, I'm just going to use the name Matt for an easy first name. He was like, "Hi, I'm Matt Circle. That's a square with no corners, circle." And we were like, Jeff and I looked at each other like, okay.
He was working hard to tell dad jokes, and they were bad.
They were really, really, really bad. I almost felt sorry for him. And once when he was like, anybody else have any other questions? At that moment, I like put my hands through my hair and I thought, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't think that I have a question, because I don't. I didn't want Mr. Circle anywhere near me. But anyway, I really feel like that at this point in our kids' lives, when they go to college, they're adults now. They need to be taking care of all this on their own. We don't need to be sitting through this. If they have a financial aid question, they need to ask. If they have housing questions, they need to ask. I don't hold her hand anymore. I think a lot of parents ask all the questions for them and do it. She'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. Is that mean of me?
No. Financial aid, though, you have to do a lot, especially the first year as a parent.
Well, okay. Maybe financial aid's an exception. But I'm talking housing, getting involved, like
right.
That kind of thing. She's 18.
That stuff, yeah, it's on her. But thank goodness she's good with that. She's independent.
You know why she's independent? Because of the type of parenting that we did.
We've raised her that way, right?
There are different types. There are different types of parenting, you know.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, we've talked about this maybe briefly before, but there are. And I heard a term today that...
Oh, yeah. Never heard it before.
I had never heard... Actually, I heard two terms today that I had never heard before. First of all, I've heard about this one, helicopter parenting. So we all know what helicopter parenting is, right? It's when you like hover over your kids. You kind of follow them everywhere they go.
And there's to me though, there's levels of helicopter parenting. There's like where it cuts off, like, okay, now they're 6 or 7 and you're not as much of a helicopter parent.
Right.
But there are parents that their kids are going to college and they're helicopter parents. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like the officer said today. He said that you know, the one freshman last year, if her mom hadn't talked to her in 24 hours, her mom was calling the police at Marshall and the Marshall administration every time it went more than 24 hours. And I'm like, good Lord, man. I would go a month without talking to my parents. Easy.
Oh, for sure. Well, but that was back in the time when there wasn't like cell phones, though. Right now, if you don't talk to your kid, it is kind of different because you have such instant access that you can text them and they should be able to text you right back. Okay, so I can kind of see the concern. However, I would never call the college campus security unless I really thought my daughter was like an actual danger. But the definition of a helicopter parent, just briefly, if you don't know, is a parent who takes an overprotective or excessive interest in the life of their child or children. I feel like it's more than that. Overprotective, yes. We had a helicopter parent in our neighborhood when the kids were little. We lived in a cul-de-sac on like a dead-end street, okay? The kids were second grade, third grade, somewhere in there. They go out in the front and play, okay? Well, I would let them go out in the front and play with a group of kids, and I would keep my eye on them through the window. You know, maybe I would sit on the living room couch and kind of keep my eye on them. There was one parent who literally would stand over them. That's a helicopter parent. But I heard a term today that I had never heard, and it was called drone.
I was with you, so technically
parents.
We heard it.
We heard. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You're
hey,
in
I'm
the
here.
room.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the other part of this podcast.
You're actually kind of cute. You want to hook up later?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. All right, let's do
I'll
this
think
podcast.
About it.
All right, we got to go.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if you play your cards right.
It says the drone parent is a helicopter parent on steroids. Okay?
Wow.
So, yeah. So,
wow.
It's a parent who takes an overprotective... We already said that. Let me look up here.
A drone parent.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to get to the part where it says...
I've never heard drone parent before.
Okay. It's a new phenomenon. That's why. Drone parents anxiously do all they can to protect their kids from the unpleasantness in the world while Snowplow parents. Oh.
Ooh,
Actively
snowplow.
actively shove obstacles out of their kids' way to ensure their success. That's kind of like a lawnmower parent. The end goal is the same, though, to give their kids the world, to actively get it for them rather than show them how to get it themselves. And that's what I'm talking about.
You gotta let them
So
fall on their face, man.
The
You gotta
result
let
of
them
this,
get busted in the mouth.
the result of this, kids who burn out, refuse to try, or fail to bounce back quickly because they don't know how to take a hit from life and they don't believe they should ever have to. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to protect my kids from. Okay, people think I'm mean because I don't bail my kids out. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The example that I've given before, because I got a real shame from my friends when I told them this story, but I'm not doing it. I don't do my kids' homework. I don't help them with their homework, okay? Why? Because it's homework. If they want me to help them study and they bring me study material and I can quiz them, I will do that all day long. What I will not do to my kids that are in junior high and high school is I will not ask them if they have homework. You should know. You have to be able to organize your time.
Up, yeah.
If you don't know, if you don't do it, it's on you at this point. And what I also don't do is check their homework to make sure it's right. These parents who want their kids to turn in their homework with all the right answers, you're giving your child an injustice, because that's communicating to the teacher that Johnny knows how to do this, when in fact you know how to do it.
Preach it, sister.
You know how to do it.
Go on.
Okay? You have to let them do their homework, turn it in with mistakes, so Mrs. Smith can see that Johnny doesn't know how to do his 9 tables multiplication.
Yeah.
Okay, if he turns in all of his 9s that are right, then therefore Johnny knows how to do them. No, Johnny's mom knows how to do them, and that's what I will not do with my kids. I will also not bail my kids out if they don't turn an assignment on time and help them scratch again.
We've done that many of times.
I have not done that.
That's what I'm saying. We have done what you're saying and not bailed them out. Many of times we have, for example, we have let them really fall on their face because they needed something, they needed us to jump in because they had excuses, but we're not going to do it. You're responsible for your actions.
Absolutely.
You're responsible for your screw-ups.
And you're
just
responsible
like
to tell me in a timely manner. You're not going to come in here at 9:00 at night and say, Mom, I have a project due tomorrow. I need a mason jar and I need black construction paper and colored pencils. Can we go get them? No, we can't, because how long have you known about this project? But Mom, I'm going to fail. Then you're going to fail and you won't do this again to me. You won't wait till the last minute for me to drive you to the store. I'm not doing it. We're not going. Can I go? Yes. Do I have the means to go? Yes. Do I have the money to go? Yes. But I'm not going to go because you're going to learn time management. But I'm going to fail.
For the last 4 days when you knew you needed to do it, you're in your room, on your phone, going out with your friends, going out with your boyfriend, and you never once, when we were at Kroger, at Target, said, I need something for a project. Yeah.
You forgot?
Yeah.
Sorry, you won't forget next time.
This is how you learn to not forget.
They brought me.
There's got to be some pain.
Our 2 of our girls are in the same grade. Okay, so they both brought me this questionnaire one night at the last minute, both of them, which was hilarious. I need you to fill this out. I said, okay, great. Put it on my little table here. When do you need it by? In the morning. I said, it's not going to get done, because it was like multiple pages. And they said, what do you mean it's not going to get done? I said, how long have you had this assignment? They said, all week. I said, well, then it's not going to get done, because this is my chill out time, and this could have been brought to me a long time ago. They said, Mom, we're going to fail. I said, so be it. So when I went to a parent-teacher conference, a few weeks later, maybe even a month or so later, I told them, because that was an incomplete assignment. I said, do you know why that assignment was incomplete? And they asked why. And I told them, I said, I refused to do it because they brought it to me hours before it was due. They actually didn't physically applaud me, but they were impressed. They said, thank you. They actually said, thank you for trying to teach responsibility.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm doing.
That's what they said to me that day when I had to go and get one of the kids, because they called us, the principal or vice principal, and was nervous about it because he's so used to parents biting back.
Right.
And I said, this is stupid.
Yeah.
You guys do what discipline, what's the most strong discipline you can do here? Because I'll sign off on you giving her that discipline, and then I'll discipline her at home.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the parent that writes down when something like that happens and I have to go get a kid.
Right.
That I'm the one that writes down, why am I signing her out? Because she's stupid. That's the reason I wrote in she's stupid.
Right? Because exactly.
You know what I mean? And yeah, am I calling my kid stupid? In that instance, heck yeah, because you know what? I was stupid before. And you know what I got called? Stupid.
Exactly.
You know what I got happened to me? I got punished.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. I got on a Urban Dictionary to read drone parenting.
Yeah, read it.
It says the act of parenting in a manner in which you are so far up your own kid's ass that you lose your identity or ability to function in a reasonable, rational, and otherwise non-destructive way.
Yes. Yes. That is exactly it. Now, I'm not saying any type of this parenting is necessarily wrong. If it's the best thing you think that you're doing for your child, I get it. I understand that you think that. That's fine.
Well, and it depends on an age, too.
None of us are perfect parents, okay? I'm not a perfect parent. Jeff's not a perfect parent. Gosh, we have messed up. Man. I messed up just last night. I mean, to be honest, I made a bad move as a parent last night. I mean, nothing. TBH, yeah.
Hashtag.
Not in a bad way, but like I maybe was trying to be too much of a friend versus a parent. I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Oh, I've made tons
and
of
I am
mistakes.
not going to lie. I mean, I am sometimes, but I am definitely not the definition of a lawnmower parent, which is one who will literally, and we have some of our friends' parents, our kids' friends' parents like this, will literally bowl over everything, do everything in their power for their kid not to have to suffer, not to have to feel any kind of discomfort or struggle.
Right, which is what makes you stronger.
Right.
Everything that you get a benefit from in life, that's a true benefit. It gives you some. If something's given to you, it's not a true benefit. It's just given to you. But anything true that you gain, whether it's muscle,
right,
whether it's results in getting in shape,
in
losing weight, whether it's a result at your work in working extra hours, what do you got to do to be successful? You got to do the shit that nobody wants to do.
Right.
You got to do the hard stuff.
Right.
And none of us want to do it.
Right.
Because it sucks. It sucks to get sore.
Right.
It sucks. You learn to like it.
Right.
Once you start seeing results. It sucks to do freaking extra work and taking the initiative to do things that nobody's asking you to do it at work, but to get to the next level, you're gonna have to do some things. You're gonna have to spend some extra hours.
Yes.
And you're gonna do some work that just sucks.
Right. Right. And here's another example of like with our oldest, she was our first kid, obviously, which is why she's our oldest, and we might have had a touch of helicopter parenting with her, just a touch for a minute, because we did do a lot for her because she was our first, okay? But then I saw the effects of what it was starting to do. Like when we were at restaurants, when I would want her to talk to people and ask them for things, if she wanted a refill, ask the server for a refill. She wouldn't do it. She would just clam up. She wouldn't do it. To this day, she still struggles to call in a pizza. She still struggles to talk to people kind of that she doesn't know. And I think that some of that is personality, but I think some of it is I talked for her. I spoke for her so much. I didn't make her do it. Like I ordered for her. So with Brooke and Nate, our other two biological children that we've raised obviously from birth, we changed that. When they were able to order for themselves, they order for themselves. You know what I mean? Most of the time order for themselves. So they have the ability to go to strangers and ask for things. I don't want them to clam up. So today, when we were at orientation, Maddie had an issue with her rooming. Her roommate withdrew from school and is no longer going to be her roommate. So she has this other girl she wanted to room with. Well, we needed to go take care of that in housing. Before, I may have, because I am a control freak, I'm not going to lie, I would have taken control, went up to the desk and been like, hey, her roommate withdrew. What do we need to do? And I said no. I even pulled Jeff back.
Yeah, because I'm the dad of these girls, so I'm always like, come on, baby, let's go talk to them. And I'm the one that goes, I'm like, okay, we need to.
Right. And
I make her go with me, but I usually do the talking because it's just me wanting to be that.
And you just want to get it done with.
Dad,
you don't want her to. But I pulled Jeff back today. I was like, no, let her talk. Let her do it. And then she did it, and she spoke, and I was proud of her. And that may seem silly, but with her, it's kind of a big deal because, like I said, she was kind of going down that road.
Yeah.
And I did remind her. I was like, "There's one more thing you may need to ask him. What is your concern?" Like I had to coach her a little bit. Like, what's your concern with this situation?
That she talked to us
and then
the whole way.
She said, "Oh yeah, my concern is that I'm going to lose my room. Whatever." But just letting kids talk for themselves and do for themselves. So I did some research on what kind of parenting I feel like that you and I fall into, because there's so many different categories of parenting, like we just said, the drone parenting, the helicopter parenting, lawnmower parenting, and there's this, what did I just say? What did I say?
Snowplow parent.
Snowplow. I hadn't heard of that one.
I hadn't heard any of
And
those.
here comes the airplanes again.
Airplanes.
Speaking of helicopter parenting, there's a plane outside right now.
Airplane.
Really sorry. But there is something called free range parenting. Okay, and I feel like that is a little bit what we fall into.
Free range.
So free range parenting is the concept of raising children in the spirit of encouraging them to function independently and with limited parental supervision in accordance of their age and development, and with reasonable acceptance of realistic personal risks, which I think, again, here comes the planes, which I think we fall into.
I think we developed into that.
I think we good point.
We developed, like,
Good point.
we haven't always been this way. We were with Maddie, and when they were
Totally
little,
agree.
we were more, especially you. I'm not saying that negatively,
No, I know.
but you were more, when you were younger, you were more like, I don't want to say organized. You just were different because I think the career you were in, and you had everything lined up, and you're really particular on having everything in place, and you're really in control of the kids and what they did and where they went, and,
Right.
and what they said and how they said. You were always in control of them and watching them, but
Right.
we kind of developed
Right.
as they got older, and I think that's the thing that's important is we're not saying any of these are necessarily wrong
Absolutely
or a
not.
version of them, because every parent knows their kid.
Right.
Like, you naturally know the ebbs and flows of your relationship with your
Right.
kid and how to handle them. And there are kids that need you to be a helicopter parent.
Exactly.
Right?
Each kid may be different.
But I think all of our kids are different, and I think some of them we have to remind them of more things more often. And but the thing is I think what we've done as a team is kind of tried to, even when one of the kids may not be as independent as
Right.
the other one when she was
Right.
growing up, we're trying to get them to see it, and we're trying
Right.
to get them to say, hey, like I've said to them a million times, I'm like, I'm in sales, I've said it a million times, and in sales, a producer, if you're hitting your numbers, nobody cares if you're playing golf.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares if you're running around. Nobody cares if you're not in the office, because you're hitting your freaking numbers. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The minute you're not,
Yes.
that's when I'm on you. That's when I'm like, how many calls you making?
Yeah.
Why are you out playing golf when you haven't made a sale in a month?
Well,
And that's the thing with the kids, with the girls. We've always told them, you stay out of trouble, you make good grades, you're respectful to people, we don't hear any negative.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to let you go place, we're going to let you stay out later, then we're going to let
Right.
you know what I mean? You're earning that.
well, there's a difference between what free range parenting is the definition I just read, but there are laws and rules you still have to follow,
There you
okay,
go.
of the household. There's also a parenting, which this is what we are not, and I know some people are. I may fall a smidge in this category if I'm not lying, but it's called permissive parenting. Permissive parenting is a type of parenting style characteristic by low demands with high responsiveness. Permissive parents tend to be very loving, yet provide few guidelines and rules. These parents do not expect mature behavior from their children and often seem more like a friend than a parental figure. I won't lie, there are times when I feel like last night, that I fell into this category.
Right.
And I can admit when I do that. I mean, I have. With all four of our children, I have fallen into, and I think that a lot of people probably do fall into a role of like, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, because you want them to not like you, but like you do kind of fall into
There's
that
a
friend
connection.
zone.
There's a
There's a
connection there.
connection.
Yeah.
Especially me with
There's a
one of my
bond.
certain
There's a
daughters.
bond.
She's very close with me because she wants to spend a lot of time with me. We spend a lot of time together because she wants to. That's a whole other podcast. But I might fall a smidge in the permissive parenting with her. Okay? Not that it's necessarily wrong, but I want to try to be back in the free range parenting mode, letting them.
Go on.
There's something weird happening on the deck over there. It kind of scares me.
No, it's the dog.
Oh, okay. Letting them figure things out on their own, letting them have some freedom, some independence, but yet there's still rules they have to follow. There's still expectations of our household and things that you have to respect and that you have to abide by.
Absolutely.
We still have chores that we go by, and if they don't do them, then they pay the price.
Right.
But they have freedom to do things when they're, on their time.
Yeah, you do your stuff.
Not everything. Obviously, you're not allowed to do
no.
things that you're not supposed to do at your age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
we're not like,
right.
You've done your chores, grab a cocktail.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Here's
No.
a beer.
No.
No, so, I say all that you're shaking your head no at the dog again. We're outside. Babe, the dog doesn't understand
the
motion of
Don't
your head
you
shaking.
act like dogs
no.
are dumb. That dog knows when I give him the eyes.
That dog is dumb
and
as
shake
rock.
him. Don't you say that. You shut your mouth.
Okay. If that dog in there quits whining because you shook your head no, I will eat my words.
You can't eat your words. It's impossible.
Anyway, my whole point is because I feel like we're in the free range parenting, we did not need to be at that orientation today. We needed to take her, we needed to support her and be there for her. I'm not saying get in your own car and go to your own orientation. I'm sleeping in. No, I want to experience it with her.
No, I wanted to experience the things that we could experience together. But when she's gone and we're just sitting there listening to stuff we didn't need to listen.
Peace out, homie.
We've been to college, yo.
Maddie, text us when you're done where you need us to pick you up, and we'll be there and take you to lunch to celebrate.
And that's not to bust on how they prepared
no,
and
I didn't,
stuff.
No, it was very organized.
Right, it was very good information. It was
that.
quality information for people, for everybody that wants to listen.
For people who don't know how to use the internet and send emails and ask questions if you need to know. I'm sorry, I'm the mean one.
You are mean.
I'm not. I just said that. I'm not denying it. I'm just being honest. So anyway, there's I didn't really realize all the different parenting styles. So y'all know already what I was doing during the orientation. I was researching these different parenting styles.
So we could podcast
about it because when he threw out drone parenting, I was like, what the heck is that?
Drone parenting.
Should have been like,
yes.
Mr. Circle, could you please tell me?
Mr. Circle didn't know. Mr. Circle was just letting people ask questions into his microphone.
Mr. Circle made stupid jokes like this. Like you'd raise up your hand, ask a question, and then he'd go to the next person that had a question, sit down by him, and then when the microphone came on for me, he's like, okay, everybody, this is my friend Jeff. I've known him for 37 seconds. We go way back.
That's great.
Yes. Those kind of jokes, right? Like, yes. Seriously, like, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. It's just not the right setting. And he was so cheesy. Like, he was over the top trying to use that voice, like that TV voice, like that newscaster voice.
It's a game show voice.
Game show voice, yes.
Hey, what's your name? And they're like, Jack. Jack, where are you from?
That's quite a drive, Jack.
How was your journey?
Yeah, it's just, it was bad. It was bad.
Can you answer the $1 million question? I mean, it was ridiculous.
And then he'd sit down with him, or he'd be standing there with him, and he'd do the whole, to the panel, he'd wave his hand to be like, we're back here, I'm over here.
I'm over here in the back.
We're back here in the back. Look, here we are.
And the panel's like, you stupid jackass, you do this every year.
Well, the guy made a comment, you were out. When he was.
I missed it.
The guy walking up the aisle, one of the guy, the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
You were gone. But he walked right by a row, and somebody said something. He said, he said something about his jokes. And when that guy was coming up, he said, I've listened to these damn jokes all week.
Because he only has a limited supply. The panel's like rolling their eyes like, here he goes again with this is my best friend for 37 seconds.
Thing.
I don't know. But anyway, so it was a nice day. We had fun bonding with Maddie. And I wish Maddie were here. She is here. She's actually taking a nap. It's an appropriate time for a nap at 7 p.m. But I wish she were here to tell the story. Oh, I wish she were. They got to understand Maddie's personality. But we went to this restaurant.
Oh, gosh.
What was the restaurant called?
Rocco's? Rocco's, and I don't know if this offends anybody. It's not meant to. But I think it's comical. I think it's comical.
But say it anyway.
That we went to Rocco's Little Italy. Check it out if you get a chance. Not really. The pasta did look very good. Like the pasta dishes, the lasagna and stuff looked good. But here's the thing that cracked me up. I've never been in an all-Italian... I've never been to an all-Italian Rocco's, a Little Italy Italian restaurant that is owned and run by Asian people.
An Italian restaurant.
It was like a father and son that had it, that were completely Asian. This is okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it struck me as funny that you're going in, you're looking for mafia. You're looking for, what do you want? You want a slice of pizza? You want some lasagna? You want some gabagool? What do you want?
What's gabagool?
I don't know. It's something Italian, but it's like you're that's what you're expecting. You got these
Right.
little guys. The food looked good. My hoagie was not good. I'll say that.
Right. I got a side salad, which was just
it was basically a cup of lettuce
bowl with like lettuce in it. And Maddie got Alfredo. But here's the thing that really tipped Maddie off, because her and I are a lot alike when it comes to this. We ordered a cup of water. Well, first I said, you want a bottle or just a cup of water? We just want a cup of water. Well, he goes and gets a pitcher, like you would make Kool-Aid in, a pitcher, and pours water into it with no ice and gives it to us. And Maddie and I look at each other like, what the heck is this? Room temperature water? So
That's how they do it in Italy.
I was just like, Maddie, we're not in Italy, okay? We're in Huntington, West Virginia.
I'm joking. It's probably not how they do it in Italy.
So anyway,
They probably put 1 cube in there at least.
Maddie and I go over to the ice machine and put ice in it. And she's like, Mom, there's black stuff floating in my water. I want to get it out of this machine. You know how they have like the soda machine?
Yeah, they have
push
the
a little water
lemonade,
button?
and you hold down the water, the lemonade, yeah.
I said, Maddie, just pour the water out and get a new one. And she's like, okay. She just threw her cup away, which was dumb. I was like, just get a bottle of water. Okay, well, Jeff had already paid with the card, which this is stupid. He was just being mean, because this is so, maybe I'm wrong. I don't work in a bunch of places, but I think this is wrong. Jeff said, oh, can I add a bottle of water? And he said, no, it's too late. I already rung you out. And Jeff was like, huh? He was like, I can't use a card for just a bottle of water. It has to be over a certain amount. Maybe it does.
And I could use a
don't know.
stereotype here to sum this up for
But
you. But
whatever.
if there's fees associated,
so that's
and they've
fine.
got to have
It's
a certain
fine.
amount of money to log for it to be worth it to them
Okay, that's
to
fine.
sell you a bottle of water.
So Maddie said, can I have another cup? Can I have another cup for water? He goes, didn't I already give you water? And she's like, what? She was like, yes, I threw it away by accident because there was black stuff in it. So he went to pour the Kool-Aid water out of the pitcher to her. She was like, can I just get it out of the machine? I just would rather get it out of the machine. No, we have to pour it for you. She was like, but there's a water button on the machine and it works. And can I just get it out of the machine? I'll get it myself. He said, no, we have to pour it.
The guy
She
was
like,
difficult.
what the heck? So she let him pour it. She turns and pours it out and doesn't throw her cup away this time. Gets the ice out of the machine, gets the water out of the machine like she wanted to. Why he thought he had to do that, I don't know. So she is bitching about it the whole meal.
Yeah.
Like she's just, you guys got to understand, she's a little bit like me. She just goes on and on and on about stuff when something takes her off. So he goes to bring our food out and insists that it's not our food.
He wouldn't give it to us.
He insists that there was somebody in front of us and there was a whole wedding
He's
party
standing
behind
there
us.
with our food at our table, and I'm like, I got the sandwich. She got the Alfredo. He's like, no. There's people in here that ordered before you. Mind you, it is a tiny place. There's like 4 tables in there. It's
like
tiny,
literally, it's a hole in the wall.
It's a hole, and he's standing there. And like the guys to the left of us they're done eating. They're finishing up.
And they're laughing. They're like, this is ridiculous.
They're laughing at him. And then he's standing there holding our food. And the people to the right of us are that other party. He's like, no. Somebody was here ordered before you. And I'm like, I'm sure they were. But he already gave them their food, I think. He's like, no. He's arguing with us.
He was arguing.
And the people finally were like, they were here before us.
Yeah.
There was nobody else here except them when we came in.
It was like a little wedding party, and the bride and the groom were sitting there, and like maybe their parents, and the groom finally said, it is their food. Like, the guy would not give us our flipping food.
He walked back around the counter with it.
I wanted to smack him.
And I told him like 3 times, I said, bro, that's our food.
Yeah.
Has anybody else ordered those combos together today?
So anyway, so they gave us our food. Maddie finally eats and is quiet. Well, so we're leaving, and we're going to throw our stuff away. Jeff's already out the door. Maddie puts her cup of water on her tray, her little basket or whatever is carrying out, and the cup of water falls on the floor and spills everywhere. And you know what she says loud for the whole restaurant to hear? Her water's all over the floor. I think spilled on this guy's pants a little bit. She goes, well, if he would have just given me a bottle of water, this wouldn't have happened. Which she's right. So I'm cleaning up the water. She's like, Mom, don't clean that up. Let him clean that up. And I'm like, Madison, you
It's a
spilled
learning-
it.
the
It was a
learning-
little. I was trying to
learning
teach her.
moment, yeah.
that no matter, even though
Those
you're
are
mad,
her actions.
even though you're mad at him and he's wrong and he's treated us not very nice, you spilled something, and you spilled something at a customer's feet that had nothing to do with our situation. We need to clean it up for him, not
Right.
for the guy that works there, because he was a butthole. And she was like, I guess. And she got water. She, kind of helped me clean it up a little bit.
And then she's like, well, I didn't mean to spill it, so it was definitely karma.
Yeah. She goes, I didn't do it on purpose, so it's just karma for him not giving me a bottle of water. If he would have just given me a bottle of water, this wouldn't have spilled. Well, she's right. So he's like, she said, so that's just karma, and that's what he gets.
She's just a snarky 18-year-old right now.
But she had a point. But I had to try to explain to her that things in life are going to happen that suck and that are stupid and they're dumb. But you have to, own up to what you did, accident or not. So you spilled the drink. You did it. It has nothing to do with the Asian man that was mean to us.
I don't think we can say that.
Why?
I don't know why. I just don't
He was Asian,
Can
Jeff.
we say Asian? Is Asian okay?
I thought it was. I'm not trying to be mean. He was Asian and he was mean to us. Just like if he were white and mean to us, or Indian and mean to us, or Italian and mean to us. I mean, he was...
Okay, I'm just...
Okay,
I don't know.
let me just put it this way.
but-
The man was mean to us.
Right, yes, the man. I was saying Asian, and I think you can say Asian. Yeah, Asian's okay, Oriental's not, because they say Oriental's a rug.
Could you shake your head no at the dog again, because she's crying again?
So anyway, that's...
So that was the Rocco's thing. I think that Maddie's pasta was good, but my salad was not, and nor was Jeff's sandwich. So if you're in the Huntington area and you want to try it out,
Don't believe the ratings.
order your water bottle with your order.
I think most of the ratings happen after midnight. I think it's a great place to go when you're drunk and it's 2 a.m.
Right. Yeah,
That's your
probably very
your
true.
spot. That's your
That's
spot.
probably very true. What else happened today? I think that's about it. Overall, it was a good day. And we now have a college student officially.
Yes, we do. Congrats.
ID, schedule, and everything.
It's amazing, really.
So we are now Marshall/West Virginia fans.
West Virginia / Marshall fans. Really just West Virginia fans, but we have a kid at Marshall.
Well, we need to support that.
We support her.
I didn't get a
I support
t-shirt
her.
today.
No, you didn't. We got out of there without having to buy anything.
Son of a...
It's pretty awesome.
Oh, well.
I think we're done.
Okay. Anyway, that was our day. And what kind of parent are you? I don't know.
I don't know. We're a hybrid of
We
some
are a
sort.
hybrid.
We're definitely a hybrid.
I think a lot of people are hybrids.
I think most people are
but I
hybrids
think-
in the different phases in your life you go through. You have that first kid, it's different, and then you have
Yeah,
your third
agree,
kid, and you're
agree.
like,
I think you can evolve as parents into doing different things.
Yeah, I
but-
think if you're working towards being a better parent, just like you are a better person, I think you're great. You're in a great place.
Yeah,
as
but-
long as you're working to get better at anything, I think you're in a really good place.
And listen, none of us are perfect parents. We're all good parents.
No, we're not.
You're a good parent.
We're not
if
all
you're
good
there,
parents.
If you didn't let me finish. If you are there for your kid and you're doing the very best that you feel like you're doing for your kid, you're a good parent.
Might be good enough, might not be.
Yes, you are. If you are present for your kid and you're doing the very best that you feel like you can for your kid, you're
I
being a
agree.
good parent.
I'm just messing
Whether you're a
with you.
helicopter parent, a drone parent, a lawnmower parent, a snowplow parent, a free-range parent, or a permissive parent. Man, I rattled those off.
You did. That's good. Thank you for the evening. It was fun.
I'm here. I'm here whenever you need me.
Parenting has been defined.
Yes.
So, have a good night, everybody.
All right, bye.